Alrighty boys, welcome back to another step-by-step video. Now today's video is going to be on Ace. Now specifically I want to give tips when it comes to playing Ace in general. So the main idea or the main tip that I want to give you guys is going to be when you're playing Ace, I want you guys to specifically focus on creating a push and or creating lines of sight that is going to essentially lead to your team winning the round. So like for example on Outback here, one of the main things that I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be opening up the main wall for dorms, right? That's like typically the main default push when it comes to pushing the laundry bomb site. One thing that I wanted to quickly bring up, and if you guys could give me feedback for this, is sometimes there's topics during these videos that I can't get to simply because of the fact that the video is too short or I lack a specific gameplay example of the topic that I want to talk about. So a lot of times I won't talk about the topic, and one of those topics that I do quickly want to talk about is like the whole discussion between like versing Ace, using Ace or using Thermite, like which one is better. And I think it kind of depends, you know what I mean? Because the thing about Ace is that he's more flexible in my opinion, right? But he can still make those breaches that Thermite can, but usually they're going to be like a little bit smaller, usually is the idea or the main issue of him. But one of the things that you guys can do, right, and I do actually have gameplay for this tip here, is you can make a head hole on the left side, right, and then you can make a walkthrough on the right side where you're going to be able to just standing walk through the breach, and as long as they don't impact trick it, then you're in good shape. You know what I mean? It's basically the same thing as Thermite, but you now have a way better weapon. However, one of the things that you're going to lack, and this is probably the main thing, is the smoke grenades. Now, the main thing about the smoke grenades is that in certain situations, like for example in this position, one of the main ways that I would go in if I wanted to make a play in this position would be to smoke off yellow doorway, and then I would swing for bathroom so that way I'm uncontested. Right here I'm going to go ahead and just swing it anyway and get myself a free kill on this frost, and then what's going to end up happening here is I'm going to walk into laundry, and the last two guys are actually going to be in piano. They're going to get collided here. I'm going to get myself a free kill. There's a guy in this laundry corner, and I'm going to get another free kill onto him as well. But the main problem, right, typically is going to be that you don't have smokes, right? Now, one of the main topics that I want to talk about that I don't actually have gameplay example on is when you are lacking those smokes. One of the things that you can do is like if one of your teammates mains like Twitch or something, you could have your teammate actually run the smoke grenades for you. So like for example on like Oregon, I don't have a clip of this, but like for example on Oregon, you could use smoke grenades to essentially block off like the white head holes, block off attic doorway, and then you could walk in for a default plant or a couch plant and then have your teammates cover you from trophy doorway, for example. And a lot of times like specific gameplay examples like this, like if I had a Twitch player that would run the smokes for me, then what would end up happening is that I could keep Ace, which is a very flexible operator, has a really strong gun, has claymores, breach charges, whatever you need for the round, so he's very flexible at that point. And it would essentially make Thermite almost irrelevant in certain positions or certain maps, because a lot of the times, like, the only thing that Thermite has going for him is just a bigger breach and then smoke grenades, you know what I mean? That's pretty much it in a nutshell. So let me know what you guys think about that in terms of, like, the feedback. If you guys want me to talk about certain ideas like that, please let me know. It would help a lot. Like I said, the main feedback that I'm looking for is, do you guys want me to talk about specific gameplay ideas, even if I don't have that specific like gameplay example for the video, is what I'm trying to ask, is basically my question here and what I want feedback on. Like I said, when I make these videos, I try my hardest to make specific gameplay like examples and talk about those specific gameplay examples, but sometimes there's certain things that I don't actually get to because while I'm making the video, there is just certain things that I'm not able to get to when I go and try to make the video. You see what I'm saying? That I'm not going to be able to like talk about. And the smoke grenade thing, I feel like is really, really strong, especially in like a lot of higher elo like champ lobbies. That's really helpful for getting off like default plants or getting plants down in general or making plays in general. And I feel like a lot of the times when I'm making these videos, a lot of times getting a teammate like that will help me out in those type of positions is usually not going to happen. So I'm not going to be able to end up showing that when it comes to a step-by-step video. But I would love to talk about more ideas like that because I feel like it would make these videos a lot better. But getting us into this clip, I got a kill for the pixel angle for the billiards here, and my teammates, after I get that kill, my teammates go ahead and get a plant down Aqua side, and in this type of position, the last two guys for context are Hookah side. These guys have to deal with me in this moment, or else they can't actually push up. One of them tries to ignore me, the other one ego challenges me, but unfortunately for him, they end up colliding, so I end up getting myself a free double kill here and securing the round. Now, next up in these next couple clips, I have some angles that you guys can use or specific ideas that you guys can do for certain bomb sites to get yourselves free kills. So, like, for example, in this first clip, we're on Chalet, we're attacking the wine bomb site. I see a Goyo on my drone that I have prepped inside a car garage, and I recommend always prepping a drone inside of here, because if they don't see this drone, you're going to be able to catch people like this Goyo that try to rat in here, and you're going to be able to essentially just yellow ping them and then wall bang them through the wall and get yourself a free kill to start the round. Next up, we're going to be on coastline. This is going to be a kind of similar to the last clip that I did where I was playing on the coastline. I rappel up to the roof. I'm going to fast forward through this so I don't have to bore you guys with me walking up to the building here and checking all the spawn peaks like I normally do. But the idea here is that we rappel up to the roof. I'm going to open up the quad wall again with the triple ace charges, right? Now, the main idea that I want you guys to think of when you're on the roof here and you open up this quad wall with the ace charges is that I want you guys to look out for anybody that is going to try to shoot your ace charges off. And specifically what happens here is somebody tries to shoot them off from a lobby, but I'm going to go ahead and get a free kill in this castle once again to start the round, because it's just something that you want to be looking out for whenever you're playing ace in these type of rounds. Next up, we're going to be on lair here. Now, this next angle is going to be for anybody playing for the missile hallway right here. And this angle, I feel like, is really, really hard to see from a defender standpoint. So it's actually really easy to get free kills on people for this hallway. But the idea here is that you just kind of wait for them to either back up into this hallway or try to swing out into the hallway. And you're going to be able to essentially get yourself a free kill that on anybody that tries to walk through this hallway through missile and try to make a play for warehouse. So I get myself a free kill right there, puts us in a nice 3v2 position. Next up, we're going to be on Chalet. This next angle is, I feel like, is probably pretty well known, but I feel like a lot of people actually don't know about it, because honestly, I didn't even know about this angle until just recently when I was watching somebody do this in a comp tournament. But long story short, you rappel upside down on K9 here, and this is for when people are playing top blue. You peek over this like little shelf here, and you pretty much just hold the top of the blue stairs. Like right here, I'm going to see the tip of his head while he's on top blue stairs here, and I'm going to be able to basically just tap him in the head and get myself a free kill to start out the round once again. Now in this next clip, we're going to be over on theme park. I'm setting my drone up for an arcade push here, and the idea here that I'm looking for when I'm playing ace on this map is that I want to open up either the blue barrel wall or the yellow wall, preferably both of them. However, the one main topic that I want to talk about when you're playing a hard beacher in general is your main goal, okay? Your main goal is to get your team into a position for a plant. However, there's going to be some instances where your team's not going to try to help you whatsoever for getting a wall open, or like trying to like win the round by opening a wall and then doing like a smoke plant. You know what I mean? Like I said earlier, like if I had a teammate that could run smoke grenades for me, it would actually help me out a lot in certain maps, in certain positions, like Oregon, for example, is a good example. But sometimes you're not going to have teammates that are going to help you, and they're going to mostly just go for kills themselves. This happens especially when you're solo queue a lot. And one of the things that's going to actually end up happening here is I go ahead and decide to just enter in for lab here. And the reason why is because there's a guy that is for upstairs in arcade here, okay? Now this guy isn't going to walk down, but I am going to get audio of a guy for split here that it's going to be a dock for context, right? And I'm actually going to swing for split. I'm going to get myself a free little headshot onto him. I'm going to get shot by this guy top arcade, and then what's going to end up happening here is he's going to whiff his mag onto me, so I'm going to retreat back into lab here. And then what's going to end up happening here is my Dokumi and Blackbeard, they're not really going to be thinking about clearing out this guy from top arcade. They're going to be like, you know what, let's just walk into sight, right? So in these type of positions, instead of being stingy and trying to always go for the wall, just follow your teammates into sight. Like, just follow your teammates into sight, because at the end of the day, if your teammates die while they're pushing sight, you're going to lose anyway if you try to be stingy and try to get the wall and try to play properly. You know what I mean? So you might as well just follow your teammates in, try to get a plant down, try to work with whatever you can get, because at the end of the day, and I believe Fett said this, at the end of the day, it's way better to do a crappy push with your whole team, like being in agreement, is that the word? In agreement, and it's way better to be in agreement for a crappy push than try to force a really good push and be the only one that actually goes for it. So I follow my teammates into site, and we end up taking armory, we get ourselves a free plant, and we pretty much secured a round on the spot right there. And I could have easily just forced trying to get the wall open for Blue Barrel, or forced trying to push the guy for Top Arcade, or forced trying to open a wall for Yellow, but instead I chose to be flexible and I got into the bomb site with the rest of my team, because if those guys die, I mean, we're gonna lose the round anyway, so I might as well just just suck it up, follow them in the site, and just win the round and just go along with their push, even if I don't think it's the best push, you know what I mean? But anyway, guys, that's going to pretty much do it for the main commentary that I wanted to do with Ace for this video. Like I said, please give me feedback when it comes to talking about other topics that I might not end up actually having gameplay examples for, like during that specific video. If you guys would still like to hear my take when it comes to those specific operators, like what I think is really good options that those operators might have, and it might not even be for Ace. Like for example, in a Thorn step-by-step video that I'm going to be making soon. I think in the future I have a Habana video coming out soon. There's a couple ideas that I think could be good on those type of operators that I feel like don't really get talked about in a lot of videos. And I feel like I would love to talk about more interesting ideas like that. So let me know what you guys think about that. If I don't have the specific gameplay example for it, let me know if you guys would still want to hear certain takes about operators or not. Like I said, I'm going to be leaving this video here with a couple extra clips that I didn't want to put into the step-by-step video because they might be kind of duplicates or just straight fragging clips that don't really have much going on about them. But I wanted to put them at the end of the video here just because I feel like it'd be a good way to show more gameplay for that operator. Let me know if you guys like that or not. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed today's step-by-step video. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace!
Got a mute. Last one's in piano? Yeah, piano. Oh, it's yellow? Nice. Oh, they did run castle. Shanklet. Now I gotta fucking bring breach charges. That's annoying. What's wrong with you?
I was just thinking about a sprint. I don't know why. I just.
A bomb must be located and defused. Oh, why'd I spawn here? Shit. I wonder where you could break this glass. Oh, he's gonna ash charge it? Fuck, I didn't even need to bother then.
You got the retake.
Oh, they brought fucking bandit. That's annoying. Yeah, I can't get quad.
August deployed, cam ready.
I got a cam and hookah.
This is not what I want to do. I might just go for hookah belt.
August cam placed.
Sunrise is clear. There's a guy in cool vibes though.
One guy's base. Killed one base. There's another one base. It's a dock.
Actually, real quick, this is a nice little alternate Ace charge that you guys can use on Coastline. I just wanted to point it out.
Oh my god, he's just sitting in Aqua.
it opens into vase.
Up top.
So basically, it's forcing
Might
this
have a
guy to
walk-in
peek into me.
or
And then what's
right
gonna
here.
end up happening
Look
here is there's gonna be another guy that's gonna end up walking up cool vibes.
90?
And for context,
vibes.
I'm gonna be able to get a free kill into him when he
90
walks
cool
into
vibes,
base.
I killed cool vibes. Hold on, sorry, not 90, not 90. I don't know. Last one's Billards.
He's out here on
Eh.
site.
Pool table, on pool table.
Oh! Oh!
Operator standing.
I whiffed.
Op 4 eliminated. Friendly mission successful.
Oh my god.